Hello, hello.
Yes, probably just be me cringing at my own voice later on. Viewers. Alright, so last time, or at least the time before last time, the group entered the complex known as the Howler after defeating the Flagonflark, a well-named creature that could mimic sounds and eat people. They headed towards this pyramid in the giant walking forest. Whereupon they found evidence of people who came before. They left a journal, which was useful to some of our party members. There was a churning pool that seemed to endlessly absorb water. There was a chamber that contained 4 glass tubes, really big tubes, each with a monster in them, except one of them was smashed and appeared to be the origin of said Flagonflark. There's also an impenetrable glass wall, which seems to be reinforced with some kind of runic magic, and a central chamber where they discovered some juicy things. There is, if you position the evil, giant, hulking, what do we call them? Golems on pressure plates, it activates several of the obelisks that stand in this big chamber, and they project onto the roof the map of Dyrecinder, the locations of the various ruins of the Tomoan, the precursor civilization of Dyrecinder, throughout the countryside, which is helpful for narrowing it down. For those who have missed some sessions due to holidaying and load shedding, whatever first world problems you might have in the first world.
My apologies, yeah.
No problem. You will see on the map here, if you are loading, there are new little labels.
Yes.
And also some circles in the wrong place. Yes. And a circle I can't delete. Oh god. How do I... There we go. Right. So, for everybody at home, please ignore this circle over here. This circle is bad. It is an undeletable circle. Right. Yes, undeletable is the word of the day. Yes, so yes, you're currently in the gauntlet of the Builder, which is locally known as the Howler, because every evening, deep into the night, it howls for some reason. Spooky. But anyway, yes, so as you can see, there's several green circles that marks most of the things and what they're called. And also discovered something lurking in the water, because there's water running all over this complex. It seems to be driving ancient machinery for some unknown purpose. Some goo crawled out of the water and challenged the party. Called Quarrel Blight by the label, and not because anybody said it, because everybody else is dead. This introduction's going well. It is a goo that makes more of itself every time it takes damage. So 3 entities turned into, I think we've got nearly 30 at the end. And
Oh my god.
yes, and the people made the break for at least the part of the party. They went through a glass barrier. Connor, Lilu, Free, and Sky. I even called Free Trevor. Sorry. Yes. Unfortunately, in trying to escape, one of the doors cut Terror, Connor's pet companion, cleanly in half. So he was half the dog he used to be. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person.
That's a fact.
We have the technology. We can
Whoa.
build it.
It's time to bark up that tree. It's great.
My God.
Why?
Richard,
Why?
I missed you. Right. Okay. So, beyond the glass barriers of dog cutting, the 4 of you continue down an endless hallway. Though at least it seemed endless. At some point, you did need to bow and crawl should you lose your head to another cutty glass barrier. At the end of this
I
hallway,
had a dream about that hallway.
really, was it
Yeah.
happy?
I had a dream that Sky flew up and was trying to walk on top of it as it was trying to chop off everyone below his head. It was very nerve-wracking, not
lovely.
gonna lie.
Oh, that's quite interesting for level 2. Right, so at the end of this endless hallway, there was a room full of terrors. The doggy kind. And a woman made of moths. A benevolent spirit that has been trapped in this ruin for countless ages,
Bullshit.
who now wants to escape. After a few very interesting rolls and some critical successes, the party's spiritual bard discovered that this spirit was in fact some kind of powerful devil, not showing its true self to the party. However, it did entice Connor enough to make a deal to bring terror back. And we left off where Connor was making that deal specifically to this entity, who calls itself or herself the Moth Mother. Meanwhile, back in the first half of the dungeon, the door to the obelisk room closed once the goo emerged. It's some kind of fail-safe when they're detected that parts of the place are closed. So, we will start there. Let's just pop you to the right level and not spoil the wrong part of the dungeon.
If I may ask,
Yes.
Should I have less than my hit point maximum current hit points, or do we have a long rest?
We did have a long
Yes,
rest.
what is our current status?
Okay.
You guys are all fine.
Yeah.
We are not fine, but you are fine.
Just that, yes.
Perfect.
By the way I see it, we are trapped with 30 creatures, so we are not fine.
Okay, so let me explain. There are 2 big pressure plates over here. That's currently being weighed down by the Flagonflark's head. Token represents the creature's head. Then down here in this chamber, if you might be able to see it, there is a floaty Flagonflark, much smaller than the one you fought. You get the sense that once the thing escaped and satisfied its hunger, it probably grew quite a lot. Remember, you did see it with many, many babies. Babies that went back. Yes. So that's why there's an empty one. And then there's a floaty aboleth, or tentacle creatures, for those who don't know what an aboleth is. They're totally fine, safe to get into the water.
Yes, absolutely.
And I didn't absolutely TPK a party once with an aboleth.
I had the best encounter once with an aboleth, but we'll talk about that later. Right. And then down here is a flutter prone, some kind of scorpion, fly, prone, crab creature, with some black oblivion corruption floating in it.
Lovely.
Yes, and there's an inscription in Druidic that says, to test your strength, you can step on both the pressure plates and release all the monsters. This over here is a churning pit. There is something in the center of the pit that is sucking up the water from all sides. So it's a swirling something. Just to clarify, these things over yonder are pillars. They're not stepping stones. So the squares in this room are pillars to make it difficult to get over this thing. The door to the outside is currently closed. This door here is closed despite this thing weighing down the pressure plates.
Oops, did not mean to press that. No problem. I currently see only darkness. It's pitch black.
Oh dear. Okay, so hang on, you might be having token trouble. You can see in the dark, right?
Sure, if I had a torch.
Can you see something now?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, you won't see very far.
It's perfectly fine. I'm sure that with a torch I can see a little bit further. This torch is 20 foot and another 20 foot.
Okay, so let me torch you.
Oh, please don't.
Right, so night vision
I'm
off.
just a little bit.
Yes.
Between the first flag and bark thing that we fought outside in the forest.
Yes.
Do you ever have another long rest? Or am I still stuck with 10 spells?
You did. You had a long rest in the chamber of monsters, right? Am I remembering that right? I think you did.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
No, we didn't.
You did not.
No, we didn't. We haven't had a long rest since we've been in here.
Oh, okay.
We had a
long
short
rest
rest,
but
we didn't have a long rest.
Yeah, but so
didn't you have a long rest with Mordekainen's?
Yes,
Yes.
that's it. So yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay,
So
I mean that like a goal. So that will then be considered as my long rest then.
yes, it should. Yes, sorry, I forgot. I left that out. So to kill the flag and flark,
Thanks, Marcus.
a building landed on the flag and flark.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, so inside the building was Mordenkainen, TM. Thank you, Hasbro. Right, it was a very famous wizard.
Sponsored by Hasbro.
Yes. Right. Anyway, people are going to say they won, but actually we won too. Villain monologue. Right. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. Right. Anyway, don't sue me. Yes, so you should have had a long rest in Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. And we wonder where he went. Yes. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. So, briefly, as you guys are wondering what happened to the people in the obelisk chamber, back over yonder at the end of the endless hallway, the oh, good. We have a spammer on the chat. Thank you, spammer. Keep the views going. Right. Anyway, so in the endless hallway, the entity known as the Moth Mother floats towards Connor in her slightly translucent purpley color. Moths fluttering all around you, and she says to Connor, "It looks like he's been through the wars. So we have a deal." And slowly he nods. The other terrors, the dogs that are roaming around this little chamber, erupt into many, many moths and flood the chamber. Lilu, Sky, and Free, you cover your faces to try and get these bugs off, and a moment later, as they flutter away, some down the endless hallway, some seemingly into nothingness. You are standing in front of the Moth Mother. There are no dogs, and there is no Connor. She looks at the three of you and says, "So, we have a deal. You got... Oh, wow. Is the darkness gone, by the way?"
What darkness?
Steph.
Oh, for me? Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, I think I've got a delay on my thing. Sorry. Right, so, she says, "So we have a deal. The way is open. Go upstairs, destroy the anchor, and I will release your friend's soul to you." Not leaving it up to discussion, she also erupts into moths.
What?
So you hear a door open somewhere behind you, echoing down this hallway. Sky, what do you do?
In absolute distress because one of my party members is suddenly gone. I am gonna lead everyone back, following the instructions of the general again. So, crawling and bowing where we have to, and see how far back we can get.
All right.
Before we hit the barrier.
So, the hallway seems shorter on the way back than it did the way there. As you crawl, that intense thirst you developed gradually goes away. You still feel like vaguely thirsty, you need some water, but that intensity is gone. The barriers, the two sort of glass energy barrier things that blocked your way, are gone. Beyond them is what looks like frozen black rubber. It is lots and lots of black oblivion globules, seemingly briefly frozen in time.
Is this door open?
Okay, well, let's go back to the... It's not a slight technical difficulty. So, you guys make your way back here. Oh, sorry, let's remove the best half of the terror there. Sorry.
Your mic is, I don't know if it's just on my side, but it sounds like very, like there's a static effect.
Is it me?
On your mic, yeah.
I hear it.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
I also hear a static effect.
Okay. That might.
Where?
I can hear like a sort of static effect.
Testing.
Side.
Oh, it
So
might
I'm
be
not there.
Richard then. It might not be. Oh, it is Richard. Sorry, I just had to go into
Sweet.
Discord.
Mm. Okay, let me see what I can do. Thanks.
Sorry.
That works.
Sorry.
Okay, so we need to dance our way through this black oblivion.
Okay, so they sort of cleared a little bit, but they're currently frozen. Some of them are still in this shape as they've pushed up against the glass barrier. They're still in that kind of shape. So it's as if they've briefly been frozen in time. You don't know for how briefly. Anyway, back up here, to the relief of the others, this door to the chamber opens again. You should see more darkness. Damn it. There is a big barrier. You can see through it. I hope the stream's up. I think the stream is up. No.
Yes. It is.
Okay. Sorry for wobbliness of the stream. Yeah. Anyway. So, yes. There, through this glass barrier, you can see there is stairs going up. Connor did his ethereal walk thing and determined that there's no switch or anything on the other side. There's just a set of stairs up. But there's also the presence of strong black oblivion corrupted entities. Right. So as this door opens to allow you back into this chamber, and as the others make their way through, this glass barrier disappears. Why is this not moving? Okay, the barrier is supposed to disappear. Hey, the barrier disappeared. Okay, yes. So the way up is revealed. So, Tusa, you know right now that you guys can't go out of this place at all.
Why?
The door closed behind you.
This side.
Yes, that's the out.
Yep. Okay. And downwards is not being explored yet.
That's been explored. So let me pop you there to show you. So this is where the monsters are.
Sweet. Holy hell.
Yep.
What the fuck is a flutter for?
So what was you, Martin?
Damn it. I never want to do Christmas again.
It's fine.
Okay, cool. So it's top is kind of the way to go.
Yes, it is.
Considering we came from this here now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know. And this is a water, or what is this?
Yeah. So it's the. Sorry.
And isn't this the endless
Yes.
water sucking thing?
It is, yes. So it seems to be water from throughout the complex seems to be filtering into this hole, perhaps through these pillars. And it seems to be sucked into an endless nothingness.
This guy did tell you that in the journal she read about the adventurers that came through here, and they dropped things in there and it just disappeared. To avoid the water. Also, she told you not to touch the water because the water is corrupted.
I see.
Okay. But we can jump over all kind of.
Yeah, it's just
around that.
Yeah, you're just gonna walk carefully. Yes.
Okay, be lekker.
Yeah, be lekker. That's the technical term.
Considering the danger of what we're in, just would wait for the full group to be together, as I didn't see Sky and the rest.
Absolutely.
But we'll keep eyes open, kind of for anything maybe wanting to come from the top side area.
All right.
On high alert, I would say.
Yeah, because all from our perspective, we just noticed that this doorway over here is just suddenly opened.
Yes.
And from our perspective,
DM, please don't move me. I have something that I want to do.
Oh, sorry.
If you give me the chance.
Yes, do the thing. Before you
here.
Yes. Before you
This is
disappear.
where I read about the guy being sure there was a door, right?
Yes.
I want to cast a spell magic on the wall and try and see if I can figure out if there's a latch or something, or if there is even something there.
I'm just gonna double check something. I think you might need to roll me a thing. I just want to double check. Can you just plop Dispel Magic? Because for some reason I don't have Dispel Magic. How's that even possible? Oh wait, I think my internet connection is bugging me up.
Nice.
Right, for the duration you sense presence. No, that's detect magic. That's not helping me.
My roll 20 just bombed.
Yeah, something's up.
I see it.
It's in the chat.
Okay.
Thank
Choose
you.
one creature, object, or magical effect within range within 150 feet. Any spell at third level lower when the target ends. Each spell at fourth level or higher on the target make an ability check using spellcasting ability.
Okay, so I need you to roll a d20 for me.
I would love to, very much, if roll 20 were working.
Just make up a
My
number.
heart's desire. Okay, I rolled a 20.
No.
Oh,
You can trust me to roll a 20 for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll trust you this once, Stefan. I'll trust you this
Oh,
once.
she's trusting me. What a mistake.
Oh.
10 plus
Great.
whatever your charisma modifier is.
It's 5.
Okay,
Oh, Stefan, you let me down.
he did in
Sounds like a skill issue.
a spectacular way. Yes.
Wait. Oh, I also rolled a 10.
Hey, you can't be disappointed in me.
The question is, should I use my card?
It's up to thee.
Okay, I will say that you're about to go to a second level of the dungeon.
Okay.
That's true.
My card is pretty crap anyway, so it's not gonna help.
What's your card?
Okay. Well, I guess that bombed out. So I don't find any.
Nope.
So 15.
Alright,
So if it's a
then I'm
spell
gonna haul ass back to the others, like pulling the other two along. And when we are through, I'm going to shout at Ethne to help me move the flag and flock head so that the door is closed, because I don't know how long those other things are going to be unanimated.
Yeah. Breathing a sigh of relief, seeing my friends again, although not all of them. I quickly go over and pull the carcass of this abomination off the pressure plate and see what happens.
Right. So, you drag the flag and flock off the pressure plate, leaving some flag and flock residue, as you do.
Lovely.
The door closes. So the only way is up.
So fucking hell. We don't go through that door ever. Just don't. Also, Connor is gone. So
I
that's
noticed
nice.
what's happened.
We made it
what do you mean it's
through
gone?
this long hallway, and there was an archdevil who was disguising herself as an archfey. And he made some kind of deal with her, even though we tried to stop him. And he disappeared. She said she has his soul, and we need to deactivate her prison, basically. Which is in the upper levels, which is why, and she points to the barrier, that's down now. She gives a like a very sarcastic thumbs up.
So you're saying
Fuck
an
off.
archdevil was here, of all places?
I
Why?
believe she's still here, she's trapped. I think she's powering this place.
Is
Fuck's sake.
Can you tell me more about this?
why do I feel like this is almost above us?
Well, above us, according to Connor, is worse. There are abominations, and we just fought off a horde of oblivion. I say fought off, but we didn't really make it. Terror died.
Shit.
This place is
And-
a fucking nightmare.
And we need to go up. Have we had all like kind of explored our next steps? Do we know what's ahead?
Guy takes out the journal she's been looking at. According to this journal, they were supposed to go further, but they didn't. I could lead the group all the way to where we got. But I don't know what's ahead. The person who wrote the journal died on their way back from where we just came. She was supposed to go up, but she never did because she was worried about her companions. That means we're going in blind, and she looks really frustrated for a second. Just,
Is it?
we really need to work together, guys, please. We're losing ground because
Before
we're
we just
not.
run into random shit, how about we take it slow? Peter turns to Lilith and asks, like, do you think like Moxie will be able to scout away ahead before we just all jump around this corner not knowing what to expect? Like, get the lay of the land and go with the plan instead of just running, fucking screaming for freedom.
I just hug Tackles.
That-
That is a fantastic idea. You fucking genius. She looks ready to cry.
I agree with that idea. I shall send Moxie ahead.
Okay.
Also, can you tell me more about this so-called archdevil that is seemingly empowering this place?
She calls herself the Moth Mother, but she doesn't know that we know she's a devil. She's pretending to be an archfey. And she's sprouting this bullshit about being so kind and trapped and what the fuck not.
Does that description ring a bell in Lilith?
I think you need to make a Arcana check with advantage for me.
Sounds good to me.
Advantage. 24. Wow.
Ooh,
Nice.
almost a nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
guys, I am giving out guidance like candy because I can bust it up to 60 feet. So, assume at any point in time you have an extra d4 to roll.
Not anytime. We'll see about that.
I'm just
But-
gonna be like, you got guidance, and you got guidance,
Yeah,
and
keep-
everybody got guidance. I
keep
mean, like, not
doing
in
it.
combat or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, if we're... Sounds like whispering.
Sorry. Keep talking, guys.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Fine then.
Feeling comfortable with Mox's ability to sort of come and stand at the far side of the door again, just to keep a perception of anything kind of wanting to pretend to be alive on the other side. Yeah, it feels like we should have our eyes and ears open at all times. Just because the door is closed now doesn't mean it's going to stay closed. Yeah, we don't want to be surprised.
Ifni looks towards the sky and says, "You said you came across other creatures of the Black Oblivion going through that doorway. Is it the same kind of place, or do you not know?"
It's nothing we've ever faced. They were able to somehow copy us by tainting us. And they literally made physical copies of us that fought us. And no matter what damage you did, they would split apart and become more. They overwhelmed us so quickly. I tried to get everyone to move through, but we're very stubborn. At least. It was very nearly.
I see.
We very nearly didn't see any of us again. Just don't go through that door. Whatever that archdevil was, it froze them for a moment, but I don't think it'll last forever. And we need to try and be careful of this water because it came through the water.
We should stick together from now on.
Yes, please. Please.
That I can do.
Is this conversation loud enough for me to hear at the back?
Yeah,
Are you
of course.
describing the Oblivion?
Well, we're not trying to hide it, so I'm guessing.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if I could maybe tempt the Ember Keeper and asking whether in his kind of battles and defense against Oblivion ever come across creatures that could copy, mimic, kind of have those type of abilities. Maybe fish out for a weakness or kind of a way for me to show that I can be the champion type of thing.
All right. So you hear a voice in your head go, yes, the creature, the blight adapts to anything. It grows, it learns a formidable foe. They must burn them. Well, we did burn them, and then most of them resisted. But those who don't know, we can burn and destroy.
I understand that initially fire is something that they don't like, but as you say, they resisted, maybe in more ways than just physically. Are there any other, maybe lesser known weaknesses that people are less likely to try, and maybe they haven't built resistance towards that?
From what I remember, weakling is that these things come in different shapes and sizes, and each teaches the other its abilities. So keep them separate and know what they are, and you perhaps might have the upper hand. Let them work together, like you lot clearly can't, and you're doomed.
That is actually surprisingly helpful. Thank you.
It says
No
nothing more.
snarkiness, just thank you.
I was kind of hoping for snarkiness.
Okay.
But,
If he's not a deck, I
Okay.
won't be a deck.
Okay, everyone. Upstairs, there appears to be some sort of orb that is creating the water that is falling down here. But there are slimes that are corrupting the water, making it green or something. There are also two big, very big oozes in the room, so we need to be prepared.
A big what? Sorry? Oozes?
Oozes, yes.
Oozes.
Oozes.
Black Oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any way to pick them off? Not fighting them as a horde or as a collective? Maybe, I don't know, if I toss a coin at the bottom of the stairs, old trick. Is there a way of...
How far apart are they?
So what Moxie told you is that there's an orb in the roof that makes water, and just below it, that's still hanging from the ceiling, is a bowl that collects the water. So one of the oozes is in that bowl, and as it cascades down, and in one of the collecting sort of bowls.
I thought that the slime that was corrupting the water wasn't the ooze; it was a different thing.
No, it's a different ooze. Yeah, so there's two different kinds. So there's a slightly greeny one, and then there's a big black one. The big black one is on ground level.
Okay, one of the oozes is in the roof, corrupting the water, and the other is down here.
Well, no, it's upstairs, but on the floor level. I mean, sorry.
Upstairs, but on the floor.
Yeah, that's what
Words.
that's fine.
I imagine that Lilith kind of describes what these oozes look like. So I turn towards Sky and the others who return from delving further in and say, does their appearance sound familiar to what we faced further in?
No, what we faced further in was small. It looked almost humanoid in shape, and then it duplicated itself.
So
But if
I
that
suppose-
thing is what's tainting the water, then that's probably what we might be facing. Unless this is a rogue.
I just want to make sure that, well, maybe they don't have the same abilities as what you faced further in.
If it is, then when Lilu attacked with his own absolution, right?
Yep.
The radiant damage seemed to help it somewhat.
Uh,
It wasn't very effective.
I will clarify, because I did say it in combat, but the lightning part of her attack,
The lightning, yes.
that healed it. Everything, the damage that made it copy.
Yeah, so every time it was hit with any form of damage, we tried psychic, we tried cold, we tried fire, we tried lightning, which healed it, and we did the radiant damage. And necrotic damage. Necrotic damage was the only thing that seemed to do more damage, but it didn't stop it from splitting.
How about this?
The only thing that really worked was incapacitating it. That seemed to stop it duplicating.
Just, I need to make sure that, well, it changes how I'm going to be able to combat these things. Whether it's just keeping it away from you lot, or it's actually worth me trying to slice into it.
I think our efforts need to go to slowing it down. I used a spell. I used slow, which seemed to help because then it couldn't react as much. When it was doing damage, it seemed to duplicate at the damage state that it was in at that current time. If that makes sense.
I think so.
So instead of sharing health, it just made a perfect copy of itself as it was in that moment. Whether it was weaker or not.
Right, well, I suppose we can't learn more unless we actually go at the things face to face.
Yeah, we don't exactly have a way to get out, so that's about where we're going.
Upstairs.
Let's take the front.
Okay, that's a good time to mention marching order, please.
Back.
You'll take the front.
Okay.
This will take the middle.
Okay. And put Rodak near the rear because he's got the lowest health at the moment.
Why does he have low health?
I don't know.
He
It
shouldn't.
might-
He should be on full health.
That might be. Yeah, that might be it. It's just.
No, he should be on full health. He hasn't
Yeah.
done anything since his long rest.
Okay, Rodak back to 69 health.
Nice.
So,
Hey.
how far from the bottom of the stairs are the first creatures?
Okay, so the stairs go up.
Yeah.
And then. Actually, let me show you. Alrighty, you should be seeing something over here.
Yes.
So there is a door. Here is the bowl. There is a creature up here. The roof is 30 feet up. That's quite tallish. And then there is bits of black goo going into this water holder bit down here.
Yeah. Okay.
I have my glaive at the ready, and I look back towards the others. Also, just give the word.
No time like the
mean,
present.
Can we do this as softly as we can do this?
Stealth
We
checks.
have to make it because of noise while running in. It's just,
Oh,
maybe
guys,
we
just
can,
give me a
if
second.
it's possible to pick one off and close the door. I don't know, but like running in doesn't just seem right.
22 seconds.
I believe I do this at disadvantage.
One sec.
Yeah.
So everyone does stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Stealth rolls are spectacular, people. What's happening? Hello.
Pro 20.
I am going to use my.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been
Nice.
kicked out of
I
roll
mean-
20 again.
Uh-oh.
There could be better ways of using a card, I think. But that would be metagaming, so use your card. Sorry.
You don't know. This might be it.
Exactly.
The
Fair
end of the campaign.
One stealth roll.
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. Screw it.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Let's see.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful card.
That art is. Wow.
It's
I
loaded.
believe our clock is still set to 13, isn't it? For Nosferatu, right? Since Maitland?
Oh, yes.
I think so.
Yes. Okay, so the card's not loading for me. What? No. Sorry, Roll20 seems to be having a problem.
Yeah, I keep getting kicked out.
Yeah, this
Every
is-
time I open
well,
my character sheet, it kicks me out.
Well,
Okay.
the card that was used was Primus, which was a 10.
Thank you.
So-
Okay, so
That
Yeah.
converts the 7 to a 17.
very nice. So 11 for Ethne. Oh, there we go. Primus. Okay. Yes, so 11 for Ethne, 15 for Tusa, 10 for Sky, 17 for Lilith. Sky, my dear, what is happening?
I don't know.
Okay, so as you guys creep forward towards the oozes, the one in this furthest recess over here seems to stir. AKA it notices
Okay.
Alright.
Um,
Using that.
Take care, guys.
you. Bye.
If it gets too much, run. We don't have to stand here. We can just run, jump over the water, and regroup. Don't go down like an idiot.
Of course. But until then, let's try not to die.
Glory.
Glory!
So you're-
Try not to die.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do? Well, why am
roll
I?
initiative? I think.
I think we are.
Good. Okay. Yep. Welcome back.
Oh my god!
You needed a card for that.
Oh dear, wow.
Okay,
You know
so
what? It's just initiative. I'll take it. Whatever.
yeah, I mean, the turn's a turn. Oof. Well, that was lucky. Okay.
Oh.
So basically, what you guys that funny fish tank spell, which free called Louisiana, is very prominent in this room. So this is the central bowl. This token over here. It's not you can't see my ping. Thing in the middle, that rotund dice thing there, is hanging from the roof. There appears to be an orb above that, embedded in the ceiling, that seems to be emanating endless water.
Right. Excellent.
Okay, so the water is flowing into this collection bowl here and this collection bowl here, and seems to be filtering to the rest of the complex. There is an access to the rest of the place, some kind of hallway on this side. But anyway, we are starting with Sky.
Sky is going to take out a tarot card and throw it right into Ethne's back. And she is going to cast the Tale of the Traveler. So, you get...
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Hey, what's going on?
No. You get 9 temporary hit points.
Hey, better than nothing.
And you have an extra 10 feet of movement and an extra +1 to AC.
Nice.
Okay.
We're doing great.
Fair enough.
And then, as my action, I'm gonna cry.
Takes a full action.
I'm gonna touch Ethne's shoulder and give her the gift of luck.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much flanking is gonna happen. And that is my turn.
Okay.
So basically, push Athene forward, then tell her go fuck him up.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I got your back, boo.
Cool.
She-
Cool.
she does that to me.
Cheers.
Okay. Ethne, your turn.
Okay, so as I'm looking into this room, looking up, the way that this green ooze is positioned, it says attached to the ceiling.
Okay,
Is it
so sorry. Let me just clarify. So the ball of endless water is attached to the
it's
ceiling.
attached to the ceiling.
Hanging on the ceiling, collecting that first, is a bowl that has like little
Yeah, like,
pory bits into
Pory bits.
yes, and in this bowl
Runoff
sits there we go, sits a ooze, very big
Okay.
greeny ooze.
okay, and how far? Well, 2 questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Go for it.
Okay. The ooze itself, how far off the ground is it? Is it this?
Yeah, it's about 25 feet up. The ceiling is 30, but 5 feet below the ceiling is the bowl. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And secondly, does it look like this orb could potentially be dislodged from the ceiling?
That's gonna need a roll.
Sure thing.
Perception check, please.
Perception. 12.
Okay. It looks like it's pretty secure at the moment.
Okay.
More than that will need more thorough examination.
Okay. Well, regardless, I am.
One moment, guys. One moment.
Oh,
Guitar interlude.
shall I keep going? Or...
Go for it. It's your turn.
Okay. I will bonus action get into a more combat-ready stance, muscles tensing, the mark on my face beginning to glow as I go into a rage.
Nice.
And as part of that rage, I can move up to half my speed, which is now 50 feet at the moment, so 25 feet for free.
Nice. It's a whole extra turn.
Son.
Here. And I'm going to try and harry this thing here at the back.
Okay.
To prevent it from trying to get any further towards my allies. And so, I would like to make some attacks.
Okay, before you do that, roll a d12 for me, please.
A D12.
Oh no.
5.
Okay, and add your corruption modifier, please. So,
Corruption modifier,
which-
corruption points 2.
okay, so that's a 7. You're good. Please carry on.
Okay. I make 2 attacks towards this thing. Well, I'll make one attack first and see how it reacts.
Okay.
Striking down with retribution. Oh, that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Dealing. Let's see. Wow. 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So as you slash through it, your blade dragging through the black ooze, it seems to react. It took more damage from the raging than the slashing, because it's basically good.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But it didn't seem to split apart. It didn't
I'm back.
No. Hello, you're right.
Sorry, I got a call.
No
I
worries.
figured as much. I thought I could hear a ringtone. Okay.
I might
with
get
that-
another one, so sorry.
No worries, that's fine.
With that in mind, pull the blade of the glaive out of this gelatinous mess and strike down towards it again. Second attack. Ugh, 12 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. Dealing
What?
9 slashing and 3 rage damage.
Okay, it seems again that the slashing is not doing as much as you hoped.
Figured as much. But I will hold. Well, looking over towards this bit here,
Mhm.
square to the right. What does that look like? Is it just the basin that's feeding water down?
It's draining down, yes. It doesn't seem to be going down a single plug hole, it seems to be going down several. Like at
Okay, so
a
it's
venture
similar
golf
to
kart situation.
Right, okay, cool. Alright, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. I think it is Free's turn first, because he's 12, yeah. Sorry. So, who's playing Free?
That would be me.
Okay. Be Free.
He's gonna come into the room. Pew pew. Okay. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Roll 20 is being heavy. And he's gonna cast a Ray of Frost at the ooze.
Which one?
This one.
The other one in front of Anthony.
Okay, that hits. Sneak attack
Get
will
away.
take. Just gotta check something. Okay. It seems to be hurt more by the surprise of the assault than the actual damage.
Noted. Thank you. And then bonus action cry. I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
I don't want to get him into trouble.
Okay, good. Should be fine. Black Oblivion's turn. Okay, so this one over here, part of it's going to raise up as if something is pushing through from the inside as it forms a kind of skull. And Ethne, as you look at the skull, I need you to please make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. Okay. That's 16.
Okay, so you take half of 24, so it's 12 psychic damage.
Okay, so 12 psychic. That's the 9 temporary hit points gone.
Clutch.
3 points of damage carried over.
Okay.
Cool.
Right. That is its turn. It's gonna stay where it is. After that, Free standing under the bowl that is collecting water, he's being splashed. As he looks up at the ooze above. Seems to be moving. Firstly, I needed to make a Constitution saving throw. Oof. No. Please add 1 point of corruption to Free.
Does 3 have a card of brightness you could use?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Okay, yes, he would have. So I'm going to give you a card. This card has to be Free's card, so no swapping it around.
I know what my card is. So
there we go. That's his card.
And his card is... I dropped it on the map.
I see it. Ooh, it's the Fates. That is...
that becomes a nat 20.
Nat 20. No corruption for him.
That's beautiful.
For Morai. Which will be familiar to Sky if she paid attention. Yes. Okay, as this ooze comes down, tentacles first, all on top of Paul Free. So it's going to make this an advantage, so it's 25. So that is 9 bludgeoning and 8 psychic damage, and he must please do a wisdom saving throw.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge on this? Because it says when an attacker you can see hit you with an attack.
You can use Uncanny Dodge to reduce the damage by half, but you'll still need to make a wisdom save.
Yep. Ooh.
Intelligence score is reduced by 1d4.
Yes.
Time to roll -1.
By 2.
Is it permanent?
No, until...
Otherwise the reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest.
Okay, where do I make note of his character?
That's a good question. So, wait, let me do...
What's his intelligence score at the moment?
11.
Oh,
okay,
God.
so just remember that somewhere.
I can't know it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it in his character sheet in a very special place. Show me where the man touched you.
Show me where the DM touched your character sheet.
Okay, now it should say 9 and it will be easy to remove. There we go. Excellent. Okay.
I'm back again. What happened?
Ooze landed on top of Free.
Yes. Ooze
great.
Free's cheek and made him dumber.
So happens to me. Tusa.
Yeah, Tusa will stay back. She has got a lot to offer right now. And she'll look at this fucker at the back. Considering what's been told to her through the Ember Keeper and her observance, she's going to cast a little spell called Elemental Bane on this little bugger here at the back.
Okay.
And he will need to make a con save. Oh fuck, I thought I popped there. Isn't it?
There we go.
You should be able to see this well. There we go.
Okay, so
The
18.
bugger succeeded.
Shit.
So I think then nothing happens, right?
That's
Just
correct.
double checking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
To save us luck.
So yeah, it'll be against Sparta 15. That's fine then. And she will walk maybe to here, and as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh. It's cantrip.
Okay, sure thing.
I believe I can do that.
Yes, you can.
And,
Absolutely.
yeah. And she will hold the rod both hands as a weapon.
Nice. Okay. Lilith.
This is one of those moments that I have few spells that can help. And there are people in the way. Again. So,
Fireball.
anyway, I started blasting. I just need to get a hand of this fucking Eldritch Blast. For a
Come on.
moment.
Come on.
Noise.
And once again, I have Agonizing Blast, so a little bonus.
Excellent. Yes. Magic charisma on the phone, so. Yes. Damage rolls.
There.
Now there we go. That hits.
18. So
And another
magic
one.
charisma.
And that hits as
My
well.
charisma modified 4.
So
Okay.
the first attack does 8 force, and the second one does 5 force.
Very
What
nice.
are these going towards?
They're going towards the one that fell on top of 3 because
Oh.
he seems to need some help.
Fair enough.
Oh god. I made a mistake. Sorry.
You
I did?
do that.
Or you...
No, I did. Sorry, I typed the wrong thing.
Oh,
Okay, good. It does seem to hurt it quite a bit, this force damage.
okay.
Okay, that's good news.
Okay, good news. Now I'm bonus action. Nothing. I'm just gonna freaking move over here so I can actually see things. And that's my turn.
Awesome. Sky.
Guy is going to freak out.
That's
Question,
all your action.
What about,
But
question, what about these 3? Or these 2?
I'm leaving them out for the moment. Just
Okay.
too
fair
many
enough.
things to keep track of.
okay, so Sky whips out a tarot card, and it's the sun, and she throws it directly at the ooze, and it ricochets and hits the one behind it. So, they need to make a strength saving throw, DC 16.
I'm gonna ask you to take a step forward.
Okay, I take a step forward.
That's just so that the last one's in range. Strength saving throw. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, I forgot. Okay, wait. Strength from the Eldritch Ooze. That's a 22. Strength from the Black Oblivion. That's a natural 20.
Wow.
Oh.
That sucks. But they still take 7 thunder damage.
Okay, great. Just so you know, they're immune to prone.
Okay.
Because
Makes sense. I
They-
can ooze lie down.
Thanks.
you
ask it really nicely.
you put it in the microwave. Okay.
And then I'm going to step
S'mores.
backwards.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Ethne.
Okay, I can hear this other ooze flopped out of its bowl, as it were, and hit the floor right next to Bree. So turning around, I want to see if I can quickly take a jab towards it.
All right.
Right. Reach.
I know. I knew.
Come on, buddy. 23 to hit.
That is.
Okay. That is 10 points of slashing and 3 rage damage. And it is affected or marked by ancestral protectors.
Oh. Okay.
Just to clarify. And then, circling back around to face the foe I was engaging previously, I look to see if I can find that skull floating about in that muck of its form, and try and stab towards where I think it might be using my second attack.
Okay, go for it.
18 to hit.
18 hits. If 12 hit, 18 will hit. Okay.
Yes. 10 points of slashing, 3 rage.
Okay, hang on. Okay, sorry, I'm calculating something else along with that. Okay, yeah. It seems to take more damage from the rage than the slash.
Of course. And then finally,
Not for very long.
spinning the glaive around, I'm going to bonk it right on its slimy noggin with a polearm strike.
Go for it.
My bonus action.
11 hits.
Okay, good to know. 6 bludgeoning and 3 rage.
Okay, it does seem to take the full force of the bludgeoning this time.
Good to know, good to know. I refuse to move from that position.
Alright, I wasn't going to ask you, but fine. Whatever.
I just want to make that clear. This is the hill I'm hopefully not going to die on.
Well, the hill's made of goo. Okay.
The hill is...
Or like Rodak would say, splooge. Okay, free.
He would say that, wouldn't he? God used to say.
Okay. Free is going to cast Armor of Agathis on himself. And then bonus action disengage. Before I kill him. And then the irony is just too much for me.
It's like Goldie and Bronzy.
By the way, it's cast. I imagine it comes from his tiefling ability, so it would be a second level on this. So it's 10.
Okay, thank you.
So no. Okay. Sorry, roll 20 is being so slow.
It's like it's being run by Esco. Oh no, sorry, it's working. Sorry. That's unfair.
Yeah, come on, man.
Roll 20 froze again.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to give him his temporary hit points and move him.
Where would you like to move him? Is he going back towards the rest of the group?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, he's not going to join Aethne in the middle of the party?
What a shame, what a shame. I don't know if Trevor would, but Meg's not taking gambles on sorry, Trevor. Free died. What happened?
Nothing.
Still issue.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that's his turn as he's moving back after disengaging.
Yeah, sorry, roll 20.
It's fine.
Still loading.
Okay, so Googly over here at the back is going to form a pseudopod and take a swipe at Ethne. 16. It will not hit because you have... No, because you got a bonus.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. That's going to
So yeah, just misses. Fine.
take another one. That's 27.
That.
Okay, so 17 bludgeoning and 20 acid damage. You're not wearing armor, so you're fine, but I need a con save.
Wearing magical armor.
Oh, okay, well, that's... It should be fine. And then con save.
8, so 74, and then I take 420 acid, And then a con save, you said.
Yes, please.
19.
Okay. Then you're fine. Okay. Then, as it's taken its 2 shots at you, it seems to recede as it seems to split up into the many holes at the bottom of this thing. You're going to get a single attack of opportunity if you so wish to use your reaction.
Very well. I'll attempt to do so. Come on, buddy. 19.
Hits.
15 slashing, 3 range.
Doesn't seem to mind that slashing as it splits up and disappears into the plumbing.
Okay. You just hear Aether yell out, "Shit, one of them's disappeared down the holes."
Oh. Okay, grown-ups. And now the Eldritch Ooze, as it starts its turn, it seems to shiver and leak water, green, yucky water that's been flowing everywhere. You also notice that as it's been out of that collection bowl, the water that's flowing out seems to start to gradually become cleaner. This is the source of the corruption of the water. But as it shimmers and shivers, it releases a very strange, high-pitched sound. I need everybody within 50 feet, I think that's everybody, to please, if you can hear with your ears, make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. It's a 6.
God. Okay. So
I think I will. Wait a second. Yeah.
Oh, my sweet boy, he's not wise.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll
Turn
it.
to your roll, Lilith. Jeez, that's a 16.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody that rolled beneath a 14, which is Ethne and Free, you take 2d6 psychic damage. I'm going to do the rolling.
Okay.
So it's 8 points of psychic damage, and you're currently incapacitated until the start of the creature's next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't worth it using my my Dark One's luck, honestly.
And you use it before you know what the result of the roll is, and you didn't know what it's going to be, so...
That's still help. Okay, so this thing's gonna squeeze through the sway and then reach a tentacle over at Sky. We can't reach Sky, it's gonna be Tusa, sorry.
Oh, did it see me? Shit.
I'm not sorry if it's Sky, but sorry if it's Tusa, I see.
Okay, so it's gonna be a 20 to hit.
Misses?
Yes, it does. And that is its turn. Tusa's turn.
It literally just made my job easier because I was going to go to hit. But saving my energy / movement, I shall take my swing. I take this rod and stick it straight up, kind of just like a short jab into whatever looks the most ooziest.
Alright.
Alrighty. That would be that.
21 hits.
21 to hit.
That is.
For 13 magic damage.
Okay.
And
doesn't seem to like that magic damage. Yes.
I would also then kind of like as it like finds its purchase there in the ooze, I'm going to activate the rod and use immolate as a bonus action, which is immolate. Let me just copy that guy for you guys.
Yeah, sorry.
Here we go. On a successful hit with the rod, it takes an additional 2d6 fire damage and burns for 3 rounds. and you can use an action to put fire out.
Okay. So I need you to roll 2d6 for me.
Yeah. So that would be 5 fire.
I think you mean 10 fire. As the ooze starts to catch fire like oil. Like oil and water, it starts to burn in a very strange way.
There's a little glisten in my eyes of enjoyment. For a second, fear goes away. And I stay and I stand.
And a voice in your head says, "Finally, make them burn!"
They cackle together for the rest of the round.
Nice. Lilith.
And Lilith joins in on that cackling.
Monsters
Good
are
job on
scared.
finding the weakness, Yusa. Then Lilith uncharacteristically runs up and summons a blade of fire.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Eh.
Okay. It's not very far.
Okay, that's your bonus
Use your
action.
action to strike it with that blade of fire.
Takes my bonus action, and as my action, I swing it.
Okay.
Lightsaber time.
Nice spell attack.
Lightsaber time. It's not here. I need to use it manually. How do I type?
So
Oh,
it's
it happened.
/R 1d20, and then it's your strength modifier, right? Or do you use? Wait, I'm sorry.
It's a spell attack.
Spell
and
attack.
It only rolls 3d6 for the fire damage.
Oh, okay, right. So it's whatever your spell attack modifier is added to the
I'm pretty
d20.
sure it will be in the spell list as well. But you can click it
It's the
there.
same as what you rolled for Eldritch Blast. So let's see.
So
Plus
it's
7.
/R.
Yeah, /R space 1d20 plus 7. No, you need a space. You need a space.
Slash it the other way.
Yeah, it's /. Sorry. Need
Oh,
this one. Oh,
have patience with me,
no worries.
please.
And then make a space between the R and the 1. So
There it is.
/R.
R 1d20 plus 7. What?
Is it doing it?
It says unrecognized commands.
Try that. Copying this, but remove the quotation marks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, with all this prep, it should be a crit. Oh, it's got
There we go.
Okay, let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
So roll 3d6 fire damage.
3d6. Are you sure it isn't more?
No, it is 3d6 on a hit.
On the hit, target takes 3d6
Yeah.
fire damage.
So it only increases 1d6 at 2 levels.
Yeah, for everyone you cover up.
When you use a spell slot of 4th level or higher, damage increases by 1d6. Are you casting at 2nd level or 4th?
No, since this is from the Legacy of Kanye, I think it's stuck at 3rd
it's
level.
base level. It's base level, yeah, so it's still 2nd level. So,
Yeah.
yeah. for
So technically there is no 3rd level.
Yeah.
6 fire damage.
Okay, so that would be 12
Nice.
as it is burning. burning quite badly.
So I think I will then move back a bit, and that will be my turn.
All right. Yes.
Doesn't it get an attack?
That would give it an attack. Yeah. I'll stay.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll stay. I'll take it.
Okay. Right. So Sky.
So you said the roof was 30 feet up, right?
Yes.
How
not-
tall is this
sorry.
oozy boy?
I will just clarify, the room you're in, it is 15 feet tall, but 30 feet in the room beyond.
How
Okay.
tall is this oozy boy?
Variable?
I
It's
want
like a
to
warm
hop
scissor.
over Lilith's head and fly over it. Is
Okay.
that possible?
That should be possible, yes. As long as you stay out of its 5 feet range.
I will
It's just
do
a
that.
bottom fizzer, yeah. Two so,
And
yes.
As I am going over, I am going to release
Seasman.
a fire from my mouth.
Right. Are you prepared to fry a barbarian in so doing?
So I'm flying above it, so I'm angling down.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Stone chamber. But okay.
In the stone chamber, stone should be fine.
Yeah, no. I know. Just saying. Kill. It's fine. Do the thing.
Okay, deck saving throw. Not here, please. Go have this fight somewhere else. Jeez. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so just a side note to the people watching. Meg is in the Jerry Springer house this evening.
It's ridiculous. It's every day. But anyway, okay, so it must make a deck save, please.
Okay, it will do so. Doesn't want to, but it will. Okay. That's a natural 20.
20 for an
Oh
18.
my god.
So you do
Half
Oh,
of 19.
half of 19.
I'm really not doing well
So
tonight, right?
I'm not gonna do math and divide that and double that again.
Because it gets doubled.
Yeah,
So it's 19.
right. It's not happy. It's an unhappy ooze.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just continue hovering just outside of its reach and send a healing word over to Ethne. And that is my turn.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Ethne, you are unfortunately incapacitated.
Yes.
Free,
You are unfortunately incapacitated.
you're so funny. Ha!
It's not a joke, mate.
I'm well aware.
Okay,
Can't believe this happened on my watch.
right, and now it's Ooze's turn. Okay, so incapacitation stops. I can't do that again for a while. Love using modified monsters. Okay.
Sorry, I am trying to roll healing word. Roll 20 just keeps bombing
No
out on me.
worries.
I can roll it for you if you want.
No, it's okay. I've got special stuff
Okay.
that comes because of the bardic.
No. Please, you roll them.
Alright, so
Fetch stuff.
Lilith does 9 hit.
No, thankfully.
Okay, so this Ooze is having a terrible time and didn't get its recharge back. Nothing. That's it. Tusa.
On the start of its turn,
Oh, yes.
it's taken 1d4 burn damage as it's sizzling.
Yes, thank you.
2.
2 becomes 4.
That's my favorite song. Wait, Sesame Street was a long time ago.
Oh. Just rolled
Sure.
a spell.
Is this ooze coagulating? Is it forming? Is it becoming hard, or like kind of looking like it wants to change shape in terms of not wanting to exist anymore? AKA, is it looking rough?
It's not looking rough yet, although being on fire is probably an indication that it's not living its best life at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it there and swing. Kind of now getting some momentum. I'm getting into like kind of a baseball bat swing. It's like literally right there in the door, so I get like a nice little wiggle my ass, pull the bat back, and just give it a swing.
Okay, that natural one, you're gonna hit Lilith. 21.
21.
That hits.
For 7, and by now it will know that fire is on its way, and I'll immolate again.
All right.
For 5 to 10.
10
fire damage. And yeah, that'll be it.
All right. So
standing there,
as it is particularly flammable, that on the start of its turn, so it resets to 3 turns from now. Instead of 1d4, it will take 2d4. Just remember. Okay. It is very much on fire. Lilith.
My sword slices and dices, which translates to I attack with my sword again.
Go for it.
Yes. Come on. Roll that 1d20 plus 7. Plus 7.
Sorry, Mr. Deer, to play fair, it does say that the effect does not stack.
Yes, I know.
So I don't know if this is more monster.
Yeah, it just resets the.
Yes, but I'm saying this monster is particularly flammable.
Okay.
And in this situation,
perfect.
Yes.
Come on, big damage.
Perfect.
Come on.
I imagine 22 hits.
Oh, it does. Yes. It's got an armor class of 8.
Now, it's big damage time. Come on. Big damage.
All 6s. Okay, fine.
It's better than last time.
Double to 18.
Nice.
18.
Starting to look rough. Oh, yes. Sorry, Free. You must not use the card there. Because Sky used your card.
But could we have seen what it is? Just so pretty.
Yeah, you can play the card just to see it. Okay, Lilith, got anything else?
No. She just stares at the people on the other side and screams, "It's rough! End it!"
Okay. Sky. Oh, wait, that's a nice card.
The mighty 9.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You had a better card, Free. You had a nat 20.
Okay, Sky.
It's looking rough, you say. I will use a guiding bolt on it.
Come on, guys. What's the low energy? Come on. We got this.
It's roll 20. I've literally been kicked out every single time I open my character sheet.
Oh, it's like Downing Street down here. What's happening?
Like, I can send you a screenshot.
No.
I'm getting nowhere. I can't open my character sheet.
Okay, well, let me do it for you. What do you want?
Level 2 guiding bolt.
Okay. Spells.
You can go under attacks.
Oh, is it already there? Okay, yes. Okie dokie. So that's a 23. That's gonna hit. So wait, that is a total.
Does that add the bless and spiritual focus?
That's spiritual focus.
But not bless. I don't know why there's bless, but it is second level, so it is higher. So it's 23 damage.
23 damage. Okay.
Damn son.
It's not looking great. In fact, it seems to be kind of congealing and slightly splitting. Like really bad mayonnaise.
Yummy.
Yum yum.
You guys.
You're saying we should eat it?
No.
No.
No. That's my turn.
Okay, Ethne.
Okay. You said we were low energy. Fine. I'll hype up the energy. Right. Reeling from the blaster psychic energy that made me incapacitated, I shake my head and look towards the sieve that this cowardice slime disappeared down. And I give a growl of frustration. I turn back towards the eldritch ooze.
Come on.
Glaive held in my hands as I rush towards it, going around this dais and leap and try and slice through the thing, recklessly attacking.
Go for it.
One.
I thought she was gonna jump down the hole. And I was like, I still believe it.
I'm going to split myself into smaller chunks so I can follow it.
C-spot. Okay. So
Okay.
that is. Oof. Okay. So this would have been spectacular. Oh wait, let's see the polearm strike. Okay, so 3 rage plus 3 rage is 6, and 9 plus another 9. Ethne, how would you like to do this? Please keep in mind that the slashing is not going to be the thing that kills it.
Okay, so
Wait.
I go to slash through this thing's tentacles, and it's not having the effect that I intend, but through pure rage and frustration, the mark that's on Ethne's face glows even brighter, and through sheer force of will, pushes through sheer force through the tentacles and slams down into the main bulk of this thing's form, splattering its center and splitting it apart.
Okay. So with that, the bits of it burn like weird chemical reaction, like burning magnesium almost. It's bright, so it disappears and leaves only a rubbery black residue on the ground. As you hear the water fall all around you, the water steadily becoming cleaner.
Is this one dead?
Yes.
It is dead.
Oh yeah. Fuck, where's the other one?
It disappeared into the plumbing.
As the rage begins to wear off and Mark dims, no light, no longer bits from it, Aether looks towards others, back towards this sieve reservoir over here. It says, the other one disappears down the pipework. Shit.
Tusa immediately runs down the stairs to where the pillars fall into the water, into this endless water thing, and she wants to inspect whether the ooze is there, or if she can kind of spot it, maybe behind them.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
13.
Right, so looking to the swirling water, you don't see any dark anything. The water there is still very green.
Okay, it's not cleaned out yet.
Yeah, so you get the sense that perhaps this is the end of the line. You just saw the start of the line in terms of the water flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes through the whole complex first.
Is there a... she will take a coin out of her pocket and look at the coin very closely for markings and then flick it into the water.
Okay, so it goes with the flow of the water towards the center that seems to be sucking in all the water, and you don't see anything. Okay. Right.
Dive into it.
What is here? Is it more pressure plates?
All right. So over here is a long hallway. Every 10 feet there seems to be a like an empty reservoir, much like these. They seem quite deep. You can't see from this angle. And the roof is also quite high. However, on either side of this shaft, there are grooves, horizontal grooves going all the way down the shaft towards you, right? Much like the endless hallway where you had to bow at some point, there seems to be several such grooves. These two plates, they're not pressure plates, they seem to be two platforms of stone floating above this area. And I need everybody to make an investigation check.
Can I help? Can I help Sky with this?
Sure.
I was gonna ask, can you rather help Free? He's very good.
Help me. I've got +8.
He's got
Well, you're not
10.
here right now at the moment. You went to go check.
Ah, yeah. Sorry. Sorry, boys.
Yes,
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Free. Go
Free.
for a bit of skinny dipping down the endless hill.
Free roll again because you got advantage. So just roll another straight one, please.
Actual.
Anything something.
Actually.
Actually.
Oh, it's you fiddling with your own character sheet. I was like, who is clicking on Free's characters? Marcel!
Hey, don't look at me.
Trevor, you need to click again, buddy.
Investigation.
Somebody click for it.
Ow.
I will do
This
it.
is
That's okay. So yes, between Lilith and Ethne, Lilith and Free, you guys look around the room. Okay, so firstly, on these floating platforms, you notice that on the middle of each of them, there is a small indentation about the size of a large coin. Nothing else. However, in this pool here, that remained largely ooze-free, which is now clean, there appears to be two shiny golden items at the bottom of the pool. The pool's about 10 feet deep.
Want me to go dive for them?
No.
I don't think that's a good
What
idea.
about this situation makes you think that this is a diving expedition, Ethne?
I don't know. Depends on whether or not you had other means of getting them out of there.
We did not bring the equipment for this.
How far down is it, sorry?
10 feet deep, this one.
How is the water looking? Is the water looking completely clear now after
Yes.
corruption?
Yes.
Are there mage hand opportunities here? Anybody having mage hand?
Yes.
Well done.
Free. I believe Free has mage
Thank you.
hand.
Okay, so spending some time
Me too.
mage handing. Wow.
Damn, Richard. MVP tonight. Look at
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I missed you,
I've
man.
been watching a shitload of D&D lately,
Oh.
so it's been making me think about how to play the game better.
Fantastic. Alright, so after spending some time reaching down, Free brings one item at a time back. They seem to be two golden cased compasses. However, they seem slightly broken as they seem to be pointing to each other.
you. This was in the journal. Free. hate how
Is it now the time to pull out a book, Sky?
Let me read from my Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm my nerves, please. Pop me with a sonnet.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, now I have to read through all of this again.
Give me them 14 lines.
Okay, it may take me a while with my tired brain to get through all 9 parts of this journal again.
So in the meantime, Anthony stands guard to make sure that ooze cleans are crawling away after the pipes.
How fast does the water can? Right, this is not the smartest person in the world, but you know it's water in H-well. How fast does the draft feel in that in this water well thing?
Wait, what do you mean?
So as I toss the coin into the well or whatever that kind of pool was,
Yes.
can I ascertain kind of how fast something would move in there?
Yeah, it's pretty fast. It seems to reach its terminal destination within seconds. So I will say that with the over-investigation last time, Connor, in his ethereal realm slipping, discovered that in the center of that pool, about 10 feet down, is an orb of annihilation. Essentially a black hole.
Okay.
Okay, I give up. Roll20 just does not want to be open.
Alright, so Sky, to your question, at some point it's mentioned randomly near the end.
Okay.
Like it's scribbled between the motion.
I can't open anything, so I can't help tonight. I am...
Were the notes on a Roll20 journal
Yes.
entry? Is it possible to just present it?
It's time to go all communist about this and share out the thing.
Our notes.
Communist jokes are only funny if everybody gets it. Okay, number 1. Tell me if you see them, by the way. Seeing nothing. This is going well.
Shove it in my face like it's 1984.
Yeah, baby.
Hello. Let's see. Important documents, is it?
Yes. It should pop up for you, but it doesn't seem to allow me to do that. So it's going to be...
I'm seeing entries.
Yeah, Tatiana's journal.
Yes, I see.
Welcome to Reading Corner.
Oh no! I hate reading. I won my kryptonite.
It's literally my job. Not the read. Not that didn't work.
I suppose it's a pretty big part of your job.
Yes.
I understand what I put.
I don't. I write it down and I close that fucker up and never look it up. It's okay. My novel calls emotional damage to Megan.
And really, that's all that matters.
Yes. Right, Meg?
Does it?
No, Meg's gone. Can you guys see it, by the way?
Yes, see up to entry 7, entry 8.
It should be a 9.
There's a 9, yep.
Got it.
Is there a wall next, like here? Is this whole thing a wall?
It's not that wall.
Yeah,
so,
so-
I mean, like, kind of, what happens down this whole alleyway thing?
Right.
Like, what do I see if I stand where I am? Like,
So you see a straight passage ahead of you. The ceiling is 15 feet up, and then every 10 feet there is an empty recess. No water in it. You don't know how deep. It just seems to, from where you're standing, it seems to drop. there are grooves in the wall horizontally all the way down each side of the wall.
Okay.
Yes. And Lilith knows that Moxie didn't want to fly down this. He didn't. It felt like he wasn't allowed to do that.
The grooves in the wall, do they make any particular recognizable patterns?
No, they go straight. Horizontally, there's several of them, like layers of the cake.
I see. And well, there would appear to be 2 slots, one in the center of each floating pedestal in front of us.
Yes.
This
corridor. Yes. So those 2 compasses that you took out of the little reservoir behind you seem to be the right shape for the 2 recesses.
As Sky pulls out a book, starts reading, do so would like to also just sit in this corner maybe, or like here where Free is, and start casting a ritual spell. So I need 10 minutes plus 10 minutes. I need 20 minutes. Is that possible?
All right.
I don't know.
It seems safe at the moment. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Do we have time? Do we have time for a cast? I feel I may have something that's really beneficial that could help us get this incense.
I mean, if there doesn't appear to be anything coming towards us or anything like that, why not spend time to really make sure that we do things right?
Okay. As safety, I'm going to aim at this corner, and it will be the start of my spell. I'm going to cast it. It's something that I haven't used haven't used it at all. It's called Vine Trestle, so it might be called Spelunking. Okay, so essentially what happens is you aim at a point. It needs to be a solid surface that it goes to, and along the length of that kind of surface you can create a vine which can hold up to a maximum of 600 pounds, and it also creates small little shoots, so it's climbable. So should anything happen, we can kind of hang on to that if it's on the side of the wall. It's kind of like a safety rope as we go past this area.
Very nice.
Interesting.
Okay, just to confirm, where are you starting it from?
So it's a 30 feet in total, so I thought kind of from where it goes straight. So in this direction there.
Okay, going.
And it will kind of just.
Okay.
Yeah, going lengthwise, kind of till it hits wherever it thinks the end is.
Okay.
And it will kind of, I imagine it like almost like something going into veins, as it kind of like small little sprouts going, and just climbing and growing to the end.
Okay. So, important question. So all along this wall, there are those slits, basically, like I said. Are you growing this root into one of those slits, or in between them?
I actually don't understand the description.
Okay, I'm gonna have to draw.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's my problem. So if the wall... Okay. So if this is the wall... Oh god, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is...
So I'm looking at like a cross-section of it.
Yeah, so there are slits every now and again. Right?
Yeah.
So there's a slit and there's a ridge in between. Do you grow the thing in the slit or on the ridge?
It will be on the ridge.
Okay.
I would do it there. It will be hard for your hands to kind of go in there, so I would... Yeah.
Perfect.
Now that I see that, does it look like it can interlock with another piece of wall?
No.
What kind of
So-
would it be like Lego blocks? Two of those slits go together.
No, so the drawing wasn't very good. The slits are very narrow, like
Okay.
a plane of glass could fit in it.
Uh,
Yes, and they match up with the other side of the wall, so the slit
Right.
goes all the way.
Like,
so something
does
that
the slit
slides
look
in and-
familiar?
Yes, it does, like in the endless hallway where you had to bow.
So, at what level is it? Like,
It's
elbow level?
it's multiple levels, like head level, neck level, chest level, booty level, knee level,
And how
ankle level.
high up is the ceiling?
15 feet, but the slots go all the way.
I am going to throw.
Yourself down the hole.
No,
Myself. I'm just
No,
gonna throw myself
no.
down the hole. No.
Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it.
I have the high ground.
so, can I
Don't
imagine
try
with like
it.
blades or something coming this way?
This looks exactly like what we faced on our way to the Archdevil, and it'll probably decapitate
So what?
or chop
What
off
was
any
it?
part of your body.
I missed that. Okay.
It's a pane of glass that shoots out the wall and cuts.
That's unfun. Okay, so can we then search for a way to deactivate that, or do we have any information, kind of considering that we see a similar mechanism? Is there a way to kind of understand if there's a way to put it off from the side?
Oh.
There's no switches. All you have is the two. Go for it.
Yes.
We go her.
We can't, unfortunately.
Or we sacrifice Rordak. Just throw him down the hallway.
So,
He's fast. He can do it. I believe.
one of you guys had a dog lying around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So and that can only, from the knowledge that we have, does it only spawn once?
From the knowledge you have, every time it triggers, either through a pressure plate or a series of rune triggers, it can seem to trigger continuously.
Yes. It's like a repeatable, like...
How?
Instead of spikes jutting out, it's panes of glass that are going to slice you.
So,
That's cool.
how far off of the ground is the last pane of glass?
It's about an inch.
So, leopard crawling is out of the question.
Well, if you were a very small leopard,
You could flatten yourself to the thickness of a piece of paper.
if it was a picture of a leopard and you placed it flat,
Okay.
I can
You're
do
going
that.
You're going to have to help
Do
me
I-
out here
do I
if
get
there's
it?
any mention of this in the journal, because...
there was something mentioned in
Right.
the journal.
Yes.
So I
there
get a
is.
sense that some kind of maybe a snake beast form would be able to assist me in this situation.
No. It's something that, unless you're literally like as thin as a piece of paper, you cannot dodge this. You cannot avoid this. It triggers.
Whoa.
Gonna
Okay.
put a boot into the room.
Okay, a boot. That wasn't a Canadian accent. It was a boot. Okay.
No, a boot.
Okay, so you throw
Like
the
my
boot.
spare boot.
Okay, so for your third leg, because you don't need them
Yeah.
anymore,
Exactly.
you lob the boot into the hallway shaft thing, and several bright sheets of green-blue glass materialize, and basically shredding machine treatment this boot. It disappears a second later, and the shreds of the boots fall into one of the reservoirs.
Oh, thank goodness that wasn't my good boot.
Because
Do we have any clue? Do we have any options? Like even far-fetched ones? What would be?
Okay, there was an inscription last time. When we hit the glass panes, there was an inscription that gave us a clue as to what to do. So is there any form of inscription anywhere in this room or anywhere nearby in Druidic or anything like that?
Okay, so you have thoroughly investigated it. There's been no symbols or anything on the walls. The walls are smooth, slightly algae stained, thanks to gunk in the water. However, you did find in this room 2 compasses that point to each other. They are round in shape in their golden casings, and they do fit.
And you said there was some place that they fit in.
Into the floating platforms in front of you.
I placed them in the floating platform.
Okay, they seem to fit snugly.
Okay, listen.
That's nice.
Now I throw
I'm
my
giving you
other
all-
boot.
Okay, same thing happens. It gets shredded.
Listen,
fuck,
I'm
I'm
giving
down
you
to
guys 10 in real life minutes. If you don't do anything, I'm hitting the big red button and I'm stepping on one of these platforms. I've got a countdown going, so enjoy.
Yeah, by the way, I am running out of electricity.
Oh, I also need to go.
Me too. We all need to go. We are
Damn
just
it.
stalling. Just don't know what
I
to do.
will
How about
join you,
we
Aiden.
think about this for 2 weeks and come back with ideas?
I would
Yeah,
say
the exact same
that
thing.
is a good idea, but I want Ethne to step on a platform first.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, we're doing
Okay.
it. We're doing
Let's
it.
do
Okay,
it.
we're doing it.
If you get shredded, I get shredded. Let's go.
Are you both
Okay.
going to step on a platform?
Yes.
Okay, so you step on this one, Sky steps on this one. I need you both to make a constitution, dexterity saving throw.
Can you make it for me, please? Because
Yes.
I can't be in roll 20.
Why don't you just make up a number? It should be fine.
20. I rolled a 20.
17.
Nice.
I rolled a 20 myself.
You mean
I rolled a 20.
an 11. You get thrown back by some strange force.
It's God, isn't it?
No. No, it's Marx. Alright, so eine Load of Scheiße. So as you stand there, Ethne, as Sky gets caught by Free,
Punted.
the platform that Sky was supposed to stand on turns invisible. As you look down at the compass in your platform, it would have pointed right next to you. It seems to point somewhere in front of you.
Okay.
The compass telling us where to step that it's safe.
Well,
So, do I get the feeling that potentially like will the platform to move forward?
nothing happens. No.
Do I
force
get the
does
feeling that
not
it
work.
only triggers on the floor?
No.
So this is like anywhere within the moment that you
Parkour!
move past those platforms.
I've got a javelin on me.
Hmm.
I tap the space just in front of the platform where I imagine.
Okay.
If you
Like-
say that there was a platform, another platform in front there, I try to poke the javelin down slowly, just to make sure.
You mean this, like here?
Like at the moment, the arrow's pointing this way. Is that correct?
It's pointing at a slight angle to, if you're looking straight down the hallway, that would be to your right. So forward and
So
to the
like
right.
that.
Yes.
Okay. I'll poke towards that space.
You
Do I
feel
it.
something stony and invisible floating above this recess.
I look back to the others. Give a deep breath. And I step forward onto the direction.
Okay, so as you do that, so we get to that one. The other one goes invisible, and the one you step on becomes visible, and that compass moves from what would it be? So basically from this direction to this direction, and then lumber slightly forward.
Okay. I follow its directions.
Okay.
Happening. I'm writing down exactly which ones Ethne are stepping on.
Okay, so Ethne, you get the sense that while you're on a platform, you don't trigger the trap. There are just two platforms.
Yes.
At all times.
At all times. If you didn't put the compasses in there, you wouldn't know where the other platforms are.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
And is it still not possible to follow Ethne on the other platform?
No, because one moves and then the other one moves. So, you can always try and jump this distance, but it's gonna be tragic, like the boot.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
It'll be
yes. Following the direction the guidance points and platforms, I steel myself and follow its directions.
Okay, so I'm gonna, for the sake of time and electricity, you go platform to platform. Easy enough with your level of acrobatics and stuff. And you get to a hallway here. Once you step off, both platforms go back to the starting position.
Let's see. Okay. I call out and say, I'm on solid ground. I'm to the other side. Trust in the directions that the compasses are showing you.
So, just to my question there against, like, moving against a wall or a ceiling. Does that trigger anything?
So you saw when the boot flew, even though it was flying down the middle, that glass covers the entire space of the hallway. So side to side.
Triggered only when it landed.
No, it's
imagine Resident Evil laser hallway scene, but glass.
Yeah. Okay. No, sweet. I completely understand.
Okay. So I must say we're gonna leave it there for the evening.
Okay.
Right.
Can we, for brevity's sake, because I believe all of us are just going to move this.
Yeah.
Or does Mr. DM have something up his sleeve and wants us to do this?
I want to say, keep it. We'll say we get to the other side, all of you.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, you can't move from where you are. There's a big door.
Yes.
This also, as Rodak is the last step off, the platforms go back to the start. Just.
Yeah. So this is us now.
This is our life.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. So there is a door down here that is locked. And this is a good puzzle to start on because written in Druidic above it, it says, "If you are you, open this door." On the wall across here, there is a segment of wall that seems slightly different. It doesn't have a groove, just this first block here. It doesn't have those slots. Above that, it's written, "If you are not yourself, seek this door."
Well, I don't know anyone called you or yourself, so...
Right. So, from this door down here, you can hear the echoing of machinery from a much larger chamber. You can hear clicking, you can hear whirring, there's definitely something happening, and you hear the chiming of glass. You can also hear a loud booming click, the ground shakes slightly, and a very strange mechanical howl emanates through the entire complex. Whatever is making that is through the door here.
Okay.
And we will find out what that is next time.
Cool.
Good, I gotta
Alrighty.
go. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for playing.
Thank you for joining. Okay. Woo.
Thanks for playing, guys. Sorry it felt short. I don't know.
That's fine.
Well, that was
I mean-
absolutely brilliant.
We got a bit delayed, a bit of a delayed start. Admittedly, people filtering in and whatnot. I admittedly lost track of time.
No worries.
I'm sorry to say.
Just getting used to. Bye, stream.
Goodbye, stream. Hope you enjoyed.